welcome. This is
Godspeed.
all right. This is the first YouTube video. We're about to do a reaction. What's the reaction on?
Pretty privileged.
Pretty privileged sounds like some bullshit. I'm not gonna lie to you. It really does.
You don't gotta get in my comments telling me you don't think I'm cute, you don't think I have pretty privilege. I don't care. Let me tell y'all what transpired.
Already. We're coming in with animosity from the jump. All right.
She already knows what they about to say. She's like, oh, listen, I know what you think, but it's not what you think. It's what you think.
And for me. Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So I got inspired to do this video by a woman by the name of Ostepco. So I'm either going to insert her stuff over here, her page over here, or over here. And she had a video called I Don't Have Pretty Privilege and It Sucks. Now when
I'm sorry.
Why?
That's her life story. You know what it is. You know it's gonna be some dramatic tale of her life story.
I feel like that it's a sad situation. I personally feel like that you shouldn't be based off of how pretty you are. You should be able to be based off of, if you're qualified for certain things. I don't think that that's right.
Life's not fair.
That's true.
Looks matter. If you're good looking, you're blessed. Take advantage of that. Use it to your advantage. If you have it.
If you have that. That is true. No, it doesn't.
It's like nature. Like
No.
like a lion eats a zebra.
What?
Yes.
No.
It's natural.
Okay. But that does not mean that it's right.
Then eating a zebra wrong.
If there's somebody out there that is smarter than you and they are better fit for that position than you, but they are uglier than you, but you get that position because they're prettier, that's terrible.
That
Do
is
you want
terrible.
the pretty person working
That is
on you
terrible.
if you were in the
More than
doctors?
likely-
Or do you want the person that was fit for the job to begin with?
A lot of people pick good-looking doctors purely because they're good-looking.
And that is a problem.
I'm like, okay, what is this? What are we doing here? I needed to know what was this about because I didn't like the title. So I had to click on it, and after hearing her speak, I had mixed feelings as I was watching the video. But once I got to the end, I understood the message that she was trying to convey, and I could even relate to some of the things that she said in the video. So it inspired me to make this video, and I'm probably going to name it I Had Pretty Privilege, then I Lost It. Now, gotta do a little disclaimer. I understand if this video pops off, gets a lot of views, there are gonna be some people in my comments that want to say mean things to me, that want to talk shit about me, and they're probably gonna be like,
she's not even pretty.
she's a 3 at best.
Another delusional.
Jesus Christ. You're already putting yourself down.
Nah,
Before the...
she's mocking Kevin Samuels.
Because they love calling us delusional. Now, I am aware that everybody does not think that I am attractive. Everybody does not think that I'm pretty, cute, whatever. I feel like I'm a bad bitch. There are people out there that don't feel like I'm a bad bitch. Cool. You don't gotta get in my comments telling me you don't think I'm cute, you don't think I have pretty privilege. I don't care. Now, let's...
And I'm not gonna lie, I like that. Beauty is a perspective. Just because there's people out there that I may not find attractive, but that somebody else will, and vice versa for my co-host.
Yes,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
true. You don't find
So-
everybody attractive. Everybody's not gonna think you're attractive.
Therefore, it's a
it might be because they're slightly more attractive than you can do better.
therefore it's what my original statement was.
No, your original statement was not that.
What was my original statement?
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
And that is 100% true.
It's not in the eye of the
That
beholder.
is, it really
It's
is.
pretty objective.
It's in the eye of the beholder.
If you look good, you look good. That's it.
Depending on who you're talking to.
I just switch from flat to fat was good.
It's varied though.
Because at one point it was flat is great.
It was.
It was.
was.
That was a dark time in history. But when did it switch? You know what?
Because there was a point too where being curvy
Was great.
was amazing.
That was like.
And it came back.
It came back and it manifested
Yes.
in the most beautiful way ever.
Yes.
Now you can see more curves, but we're not gonna get into that. We're gonna talk about that though. Let's get into it.
All right, so I didn't have like the highest form of pretty privilege. I mean, I'm not like the baddest of the baddest, but I could pull it together and look like something, okay? And I just want to tell y'all how I noticed how I was treated differently in society when I did not fit a certain norm or I did not fit a certain beauty standard. Because I've been on one end of the spectrum and I've been on the other end of the spectrum and I've been in the middle. I don't know where I'm at right now. I don't really care. But anyway, so I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a backstory. So when I was growing up, boys were not checking for me, okay? They were not checking for me. But also, I was kind of raised to like books over boys, don't worry about boys. And I wasn't really worried about boys for real, for a while. Like I didn't have the little grade school boyfriends. I didn't have the middle school boyfriends. I didn't even have a high school boyfriend. And if you have watched, if you watch my channel, you know I haven't had a boyfriend at all. But that's another topic for another day.
Like ever?
How old do you think she is? 27, mid 20s, up 30, lower 30s?
Maybe, yeah.
Okay.
Low 30s, early 30s. Like I'm saying like 27 to 30.
That's a really good guess. She's 26.
How do you know this?
I want to full video.
Oh.
You know I've seen it. Disclaimer. I've seen it. He hasn't.
For another day, go back and watch my Never Had a Boyfriend video if you want to get more insight on that. But yeah, I just didn't get...
That's irregular. I want to say that. That's not normal. I feel like you lack some type of social experience and you're lacking some social skills if you haven't been able to find a boyfriend, or if you wanted one, you haven't been able to get one, you lack some skills.
It really depends if she was pursuing. If you're pursuing one, you still haven't managed to get one, there's something wrong with your approach, and there's something wrong with what you're doing.
There's a problem there. I don't think she was ever pursuing. Okay. I'm not sure, but...
male attention, really. Now, I will say it did not start to really bother me for real for a while. I just thought that I was unattractive. Like, okay, the boys are just not checking for me. I'm not one of those girls. But of course, as you grow up, you see your friends getting in relationships or talking guys, and you start to be like, okay, I kind of want to experience that too. Like, what's tea? What's going on? Why you ain't me? What's up? But again, I was not the most attractive. I had glasses, I had braces. I was fat.
She also says that she was introverted and barely talked, which she was sure added fuel to the fire. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
That's very important.
Talking. I guess she didn't do that. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, and I mean, like, you know, the norm is usually that the guy should approach the girl.
Especially back then when she was born. I guess.
It wasn't a recipe for the boys to be drooling over me. And I'm not upset about that now. Going through most of my years.
She trying not to get canceled.
Yes. And I'm just like,
she's smart.
I'm gonna let her rock because it's intelligent. I can't deny that.
That was intelligent.
That's intelligent. That's smart.
Intelligent. She
smart.
said, "This is just my experience. It's not to brag on any plus size or skinny girls." I don't think she's trying to put anybody down. I think she's just telling her truth. People would interpret that as putting other people down. That's why she made the disclaimer.
Being unattractive, I just thought that's just what it was. I accepted it. But, you know, thank God for growth because I feel like I'm a baddie now. That's just what it is. I'm a baddie now. So I have a story to kind of explain some things. This can put things into perspective for you. I'm going to tell the story, and I'm going to say how I feel about it after I tell the story. But my junior year of high school, I had class with this guy. If anybody from my high school is watching this video, I'm not going to say too much, but because I don't need all my business like that. I had class with this guy, and he asked for my number. Now, remember at the time, the boys were not really checking for me. I was not a hot commodity when it came to the boys. I was not. So, you know, I was feeling good about myself. I'm like, okay, you got my number. What you trying to do? What's tea? What's up? Come get in my business, okay? Let me tell you what transpired. So it was told to me And now looking back, let me just tell the story. It was told to me that it was a dare for him to ask for my number. Now, I mean, I wasn't the baddest girl in the school, but I wasn't like that ugly to have it'd be a dare to ask me for my number. But whatever, I'm gonna leave that where it's at. Let me finish telling the story. And of course, at the time, it hurt my feelings, but once again, boys wasn't checking for me. I wasn't like super duper shocked or anything. It wasn't like earth shattering. It was just like, oh, of course he didn't want my number for real. Of course he didn't want to talk to me for real. That's the mindset I was in at that point. Like, oh, of course, he don't want me. Why would he, you know? But again, it hurt my feelings at the time, but now I can laugh at it because, to be honest, a few years later, he was in my DMs. But yeah, they was not checking for me.
That's always how it goes. They want to be a part of your greatness.
That's true. Some people just don't hit that goal about high school. They just stay the same. You can still go up. Hit the gym 5 days a week.
Grow mentally, and grow spiritually,
and physically.
So I always grew up kind of like a fat kid. I was a chubby girl. I was big. Being thick is in now, but in early 2000s, that was not the thing to be. You was fat, okay? You was fat.
You just said that, dude. Early 2000s was not the time to be big dog. That's how it was, though. They would disrespect the fuck out of you in the early 2000s. Like, yo, you don't have a thigh gap at all. I'd be like, hey, yo, what?
Oh, my God.
Are you paying attention to her legs like this?
And once again, I just accepted that for what it is. Now, towards the end of high school, I started losing weight. I did. I was losing weight, you know. I was looking good at the time. At the time, my brain hadn't caught up to how I look physically. So I did not realize how small I actually was. I might even insert a picture. I'll insert like my prom picture or something. In this picture, I was like 150-ish pounds, and I looked good, right? I looked good, right? That's how I looked towards the end of high school. Now, boys still was not for real checking for me. I started to get a little more attention, but when I got to college, 0 to 100. This was here. I'm like, hold on. Wait a minute. Where did y'all come from? Why is y'all checking for me now? What's going on? What's happening? Now, I will say it could have just been because it was a lot of horny 18-year-old, 19-year-old, 20-year-old men in college. They want to everything. Could have been that. But at the time, I'm just like, wow. Are they checking for me? Y'all think that this is attractive. This is attractive. This is what y'all like? Swear. So it was like a shock to me. But I still played it cool. But it was still so crazy to see how I was treated so differently when I fit a certain beauty standard. You are absolutely treated differently in society when you fit a certain beauty standard. So when I got to college, I was starting to feel cute, and I'm not.
I can see the hurt in this woman's eyes when she said that. And truly, it breaks my heart.
I mean, she could have taken steps to prevent herself from feeling that way.
What do you think those steps could have been?
Exercise. Eat less.
This is the problem.
No. We're not gonna end with that. It's not the problem. She knew how people were treating her through a certain. She had it mathematically down. I've never seen anybody do that.
I've never seen anybody do that.
I've never seen anybody do that.
That's pretty crazy.
That's actually insane.
Yes.
Which
to have it mathematically
she
done.
weighed herself.
Keep in mind though, she is 26.
That means she just got out of college like 5 years ago, maybe. 4 or 5 years ago.
Just still, the fact that she still remembers those sizes.
That's actually really wild. Which means she was aware.
And that means that the difference was noticeable enough for her to keep memory of it.
It's like, it just made my self-esteem kind of plummet to a certain extent, but I started to come out of that even still at that size. But it just really made me see, it's like I always knew, but it just really made me see how important beauty is to men for them to treat you like an actual person. Because
I feel like that's wild. Because she lost privileges. Privilege is something that can be taken away. She felt like she wasn't being treated like a person. She just went through life. How many niggas went through life?
I mean, personally, how I feel about this is whether you're a man, woman, some people don't even get the chance to have the privilege. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't even get the chance really to have the privilege. I mean, you don't gotta be pretty for somebody to treat you like a person necessarily.
But she wasn't looking to be treated like a person. She wanted
Right.
to.
She was looking for validation.
She was looking for like. She liked the extra stuff that came along with it. Like somebody will buy your coffee because you look good to them. Yeah. You know, hold the door, which I think is wild. I think people hold the door open still.
People still do.
Yeah. Not where I'm from.
I know I do.
Not where I'm from, but
regardless of whether you're pretty or not, if you're a woman, then I hold the door.
I mean, where I'm from, if you got 2 arms, I'm not holding the door
See.
open for you.
It's been times men have not treated me like an actual person just because I didn't fit a certain beauty standard to them. And it used to be hurtful. It doesn't hurt me anymore now.
I mean to be treated as a person. So like when she's saying like being treated as a person, does she mean like being treated like men being a gentleman to her? Because that's you can be treated like a person, and people don't have to hold open the door for you and everything. So like you're saying person, I need more context. What do you mean?
I think she was vague on purpose, dog. I'm telling you. You know what? That's my personal bias getting in there.